All right, here we go. Everybody ready? Okay, if Miss Colvin writes it, you write it on your paper if you missed it. All right, here we go. We've got a cylinder, and its dimensions are shown in the diagram. So which measurement is closest to the lateral surface area of the cylinder? If I look at my formula chart, and if I look at my formula chart will tell me that the lateral surface area of a cylinder is 2 pi RH. So everybody write this formula on your paper if you missed this one. All right, now we just got to fill it in. We've got 2 times pi times, what's my radius? What is this right here? Is that my radius? What is that? That's my diameter. So what have I got to do to get my radius? 8.4 divided by 2. What is 8.4 divided by 2? If you put that in your calculators, you will get 4.2. So our radius is 4.2. So now I can put this right in here for my radius, 4.2, times, what's my height? 10.9. I forgot to grab a calculator. Kaylin, would you bring me a calculator, please? Thank you. So when I put this in my calculator, 2 times pi times 4.2 times 10.9. Anybody have it? Nobody has it yet? Here we go. 2 times pi times 4.2 times 10.9. I get 287.64 right here. 287.6. Everybody okay with that one? Do you have the work? The biggest issue here is make sure you change the diameter to the radius and make sure you notice that it is lateral surface area. All right, number 2. They're asking me for the total surface area of this prism. If I look on my formula chart, my formula says the total surface area of a prism is pH plus 2b. So remember, we talked about going over to the side and writing your P, your H, and your B. Remember, we got to go to the pantry and get all of our ingredients. All right, so the perimeter of my base, well, I like to start with the height of my figure. How tall is this box? Which one of these numbers would be the height of the box?
6.5.
6.5. I like it. So I'm going to mark that out because I don't need it anymore for the perimeter or the area of the base. Now, this is my perimeter of the box. Right down here. That yellow is my base of the box. So now to find the perimeter of this rectangle at the bottom, I've got to add 7.5 plus 5 plus 7.5 plus 5. 7.5 plus 7.5 plus 5 plus 5. So 7.5 and 7.5 is 15, and 15 plus 10 is 25. So I've got this, and I've got this. You finished? Great. And now I've got to do the area of the bottom. What do I do to find the area of a rectangle?
7.5 times 5.
Thank you. 7.5 times 5.
37.5.
7.5 times 5 is 37.5. Stephanie, get a sheet of paper and write the correction. I don't have an extra one in here, but if you get a sheet of paper, you can write what we're writing for corrections. All right, so now I've got my P, my H, and my B. Now I just need to plug it in. So my P is 25 times my height is 6.5 plus 2 times my B is 37.5.
Okay, so your two answer is the same as the B, but then put a 2 on it. Okay.
25 times 6.5 plus 2 times 37.5. Oops, 0.5. 237.5.
Yep. Same like the B, but then put
Everything that I'm writing, just write it. Start with number 2. So there's number 2. Everybody got this written?
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait a second. Let me pause it. All right, here we go. Number 3. Now we've got a triangular prism, and it's asking us for the lateral surface area. If I look on my formula chart, the formula for lateral surface area is just perimeter of the base times the height. So the only thing I need to find is the perimeter and the height. What shape is the base here? It's a triangle. If I see triangles, I know the triangles are the bases. Okay? Remember, I like to find my height first. The height is that number that has nothing to do with the yellow triangles. What number has nothing to do with the yellow triangles?
5.
5 is the edge of the triangle. The 8 has nothing to do with the yellow triangles. Now we just need to find the perimeter of the triangle. What numbers do I need to add together to find the perimeter of the triangle?
5 and 6.
There's 3 sides to a triangle. 5 and 6 are 2 of them. How long is this one? Also 5, right? If this is 5, so is this. So 5 plus 6 plus 5. 5 and 5 is 10, plus 6 is 16. So our perimeter is 16 and our height is 8. Now we just plug it in. 16 times 8.
128.
128 is correct. All right, number 4. We've got a rectangular prism and its dimensions are shown in the diagram. What is the total surface area of this regular prism in square inches? All right, total surface area. So this is my formula, pH plus 2b. I'm going to go over to the side, P, H, and B. I like to find my height first. How tall is this box? Here's my base. I always like to use the bottom of the box. It's 2 inches tall, right? I'm not going to use that 2 anymore. All right, how do I find the perimeter of this yellow rectangle? Add them up. 8.2 plus 3.4 plus 8.2 plus 3.4. I got to add all of that up. 8.2 plus 8.2 plus 3.4 plus 3.4. That equals 23.2. How do I find the area of the base? It's length times width. What am I going to multiply? What do I multiply, guys? 8.2 times length times width, 3.4. And I get 27.88. So now I got my P, I got my H, I got my B. Now I take them and I plug them into my formula. 23.2 times 2 plus 2 times 27.88. Here we go. 23.2 times 2 plus 2 times 27.88. 102.16. There's the work for number 4. How are we doing? Okay, number 5. We got to pick it up a little bit. They want lateral surface area of cylinders, and it says which two have the same. So we got to figure out, we got cylinders P, Q, and R, and we're going to do 2 pi RH because it's lateral surface area for each cylinder. All right, so for P, I've got a radius of 3 and a height of 12. For Q, I have a radius of 4 and a height of 16. And for R, I have a radius of 7.2 and a height of 5. So there's all 3 formulas filled out. Now we just need to figure out what they're equal to. 2 times pi times 3 times 12. That is 226. I'm just going to say 0.2. All right, let's do 2 times pi times 4 times 16. I get 402.1. So I know it's not P and Q. Okay, and let's just double check ourselves. 2 times pi times 7.2 times 5, 226.2.
P and R.
P and R. There's the work for that one. All right, while y'all are copying that work, I'm going to go ahead and move on to number 6, pH plus 2B, because it's total surface area. I'm going to come over, I'll come over here, and I'll do my pH and B, because remember, I got to go find all my pieces. If I see triangles, I know that the triangles are my bases. Are you writing everything I'm writing? Triangles are my bases. So that means, what's the height? What number has nothing to do with those yellow triangles? 12.2. All right? Now the perimeter of the triangles. What numbers am I going to add together? Thank you very much. We've got 7.04 plus 10 plus 7.04, same as this side. So here we go, 7.04 plus 10 plus 7.04, 24.08. There's my P, there's my H. Now, how do I find the area of a triangle? It's 1/2 the base times the height. So 1/2. What's the base of the triangle? 10 times the height of the triangle is the same as this height, right? Times 4. So 1/2 times 10 times 4. 10 times 4 is 40, and half of that is 20. Now I go plug in my pieces. 24.08 times 12.2 plus 2 times 20. 24.08 times 12.2 plus 2 times 20. 333.76. Excuse me, 77. Oops, there's what my calculator says. And that would be this one rounded. All right, number 7 is talking about total surface area of a cylinder. So my formula is 2 pi RH plus 2 pi r squared. It gave me the radius, and it gave me a height. So I just plug in everything. 2 times pi times my radius is 4 times my height is 12 plus 2 times pi times my radius is 4, so 4 squared. Type it in. 2 times pi times 4 times 12 plus 2 times pi times 4 squared. And my answer is 402.12. Answer choice A. All right. Buddy got it all written down? Basil, you got it all written down? You're writing everything that Miss Colvin writes in green. Everything I circle, everything I underline, everything I write. You're not just circling the answers, right? Okay. Number 8. Total surface area. pH plus 2b. I got to come over to the side and I got to find my P, my H, and my B. Here's the base down here at the bottom, or the one at the top, either one. What's my height? What number has nothing to do with those yellow rectangles? 6 is my height. We don't need that 6 anymore. How do I find the perimeter of this rectangle? 3 plus 3 plus what? 7 plus 7. So 14 plus 6 is 20. How do I find the area? Length times width. What do I multiply? Length times width. What do I multiply? 7 times 3. So there's my 3 pieces. Now we go plug them in. 20 times 6 plus 2 times 21. 20 times 6 plus 2 times 21. 162. All right, this is talking about painting the walls. We talked about this, y'all. If I'm painting the walls, am I going to paint the floor and the ceiling? No. So is this lateral or total surface area? If I don't paint the floor and the ceiling, is this lateral or total surface area? If I'm just painting the walls, am I painting the whole total room? No, because I'm not painting the floor or the ceiling. This is lateral surface area. Therefore, my formula is perimeter times height. So if I come over here and all right. So what number has nothing to do with the yellow box? Yeah, what number? 10. This box is 10 centimeters tall. All right. What do I add together? 8 plus 8 plus what?
4.
4 plus 4. So 16 plus 8 is 24. So 24 times 10, what does that equal?
C.
240.
If you do it in total, you get A.
Mm-hmm. All right. Now they kind of did a study on this one. They just drew the base. They didn't draw the whole figure. Okay, this is just the base. So this is the base of the figure, and it's asking me for the lateral surface area. So it's this formula.
Can I do it, Miss Colvin?
So, okay, where's the height? Tell me what the height is.
Okay.
It's right there, right?
Yep. Okay, as I can see.
So what would the perimeter be, Basil?
I know. Okay, we got 4, 4, 4. We got 3 4s, and you get Oh, and
There we
then
go.
we're going to look at the question if the container has a height of 27 centimeters. And then,
Is that what you got?
yep, and then you put 12 times 27, and it gives you a boom.
Everybody got it?
Boom, 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 boom.